ensconced in a thick, whispering fog, an eerie mantle that curled around the overgrown path and clung to the low-hanging branches of gnarled trees. Julian paused at the edge, inhaling deeply. The air was heavy with the scent of damp earth and decay. It had been weeks since he last wandered into this echo of his past, a realm now steeped in an unsettling stillness that made the trees appear almost sentient, their twisted boughs reaching toward the waning moonlight with claw-like fingers. Something felt amiss. An intangible weight bore down on his chest, urging him to retreat. Yet, an inexplicable urge beckoned him further into the murk. The underbrush crunched beneath his feet as he edged forward, memories of laughter transforming into ghostly echoes that danced mockingly at the back of his mind. Each step into the thickening darkness exhaled a fresh wave of nervous energy, a tingling sensation creeping up his spine. Strange phenomena began to unravel around him, shadows flitting just beyond his vision, murmurs coalescing into unintelligible whispers that wrapped around his thoughts, thickening the atmosphere with looming dread. As he delved deeper, Julian recognized a once familiar landscape, now marred by a conspicuous unease. The brook, a once glimmering ribbon under the sun, now dribbled slowly, as if reluctant to continue its journey. He knelt by its edge, peering intently into the water where ripples danced upon the surface. Yet all his gaze could discern was an abyss of shadows, each one seeming to harbor secrets. A shiver coursed through him, emanating from the unseen eyes that seemed to prick at his skin. The world shifted around him. Every fluttering leaf was a multitude, and each breath grew increasingly difficult, haunted by childhood imaginings. Julian's paranoia spiraled like a dying star collapsing in on itself. Faceless entities seemed to stir within the gloom, roaming the forest like a rising tide of malevolence. No longer was he a mere visitor. He felt hunted. The distant chime of bells reverberated through the trees, warped and delayed, echoing incomprehensibly as if from some dark congregation. His instincts screamed for him to flee, yet the forest had woven into his thoughts like creeping vines, ensnaring him in its grass. His exhaustion weighed heavily, clumping thoughts into obscurity, when a pale luminescence sifted through the branches overhead. Reverent and ghastly, it radiated with an otherworldly quality, beckoning him like a moth to a flame. Julian's heart thundered wildly as he steered himself toward the light, navigating the treacherous undergrowth, trusting in a glow that felt simultaneously inviting and sinister. It led him to a clearing where the grass throbbed and pulsated, alive to its own strange rhythm. And there it stood, impossible and magnificent, an extraordinary amalgamation of flesh and ethereal essence. The being shimmered as if painted in the hues of twilight, its colors twined together in a fluidity that drove reason away, while a grotesque harmony pulsed from its core. Fear coursed through Julian as it turned, locking its gaze with his. Its eyes, or some conceptual echo of eyes, rippled like oil seeping across water, and within those depths lay the weight of an unseen cosmos. Whispers erupted into guttural roars, crashing through his mind like relentless waves, threatening to drown his sanity in an ocean of its knowledge. In an instant, Julian understood. That intelligence, far beyond his comprehension, poured through the veil, binding a million lifetimes of sorrow, dread, and isolation. A blasphemous revelation pierced the fabric of his reality. This being was not merely extraterrestrial. It was the embodiment of all existence, the fears and desires of countless lives intertwined. The laughter of his childhood rang hollow, echoing off the boundaries of sanity, sharing in the knowledge of a universe far beyond his reach. The sound resonated within him, filling the void with emotions that intertwined agony with ecstasy. The external world collapsing into a surreal tapestry of magenta hues. The moment slipped through his fingers like grains of sand, neither concluding nor resolving. It simply existed, a truth too vast for any mortal mind to bear. Then, in a heartbeat, the light flickered, eclipsing the serene moment in darkness, leaving Julian breathless and disoriented as the presence receded into the veil of vegetation. He found himself alone once more, yet an indelible mark clung to his memory, a haunting reminder of his brush with something far beyond comprehension. Disoriented, he stumbled backward, retracing his steps, the whispers trailing him, a haunting refrain. The universe concealed far more than his fragile heart could endure. As he emerged from the forest's clutches, he carried with him an emptiness, vast and unquiet, decorated with jagged edges that threatened to slice through his nights. The darkness lingered, elusive yet persistent, cradling the secrets of the cosmos like a shroud, patiently waiting for the moment to beckon him back into its fold.